live. Hey, everybody. Good afternoon, good morning, good evening, wherever you are in the world. Um,
Hello,
yeah, so we
everyone.
are live now. We're back to our 90-day challenge, you guys.
Yeah, we missed a couple days.
Just a
We've been
couple
so
days.
busy.
Yeah,
So many things happening.
a million things happening right now,
Yeah,
and we can't help to
but
be.
they're good things, right? They're
Yes,
good happenings.
we can't help to be very thankful of the recent webinar that we did on Thursday. We're able to.
There's something ringing, Daddy.
Oh,
I
it's
don't
just
know where
my.
it is.
It's okay. I got it.
Oh, it's right here.
We recently got our first panel session on that webinar.
Yeah, yeah. So we've
Excuse
been
me.
busy, and
We're in the trailer today,
we're
so
in the
we're
trailer.
we're actually cleaning up.
We're cleaning up.
We're cleaning up the trailer today,
Yeah, we're
getting ready
preparing
for our camping next week.
next week. Yeah.
Victoria Long Weekend, the
Yeah.
first long weekend of the summer here in Canada.
Yes, and it just
Um,
so happens that it is very close to Lee J's birthday and the kids' birthday, so we celebrate it together on the long weekend.
Yes, we're so happy because um, during the long weekend, there's really no availability on campsites.
Yes, oh
We
my
are
God.
so lucky, guys. I couldn't
Yeah.
even believe it.
We
right?
just booked it like few days ago, like 4 days ago. Was it?
Not even. Yeah, I booked it on Tuesday, I think.
Yeah.
Because what happened is that when during the long weekend, there's really no site
Yes,
available.
you can't find
So
anything.
we've been scouring the internet at
Yes, like
night, and and then all of a sudden, I
and the
just
reason like it's not available is we have to be able to fit this whole 40-foot RV in a camping spot with the electricity, sewage, and water hookup. And we're looking for that specific site, and there's no site available for all the Alberta parks or the private parks.
right.
Yeah.
So just so happened that I called one of the site that we stayed before, which is
Yeah.
Aspen Crossing. Uh, like 5 seconds after the girl hanged up, somebody actually canceled the site, right?
Yeah.
And so we're so happy because it's
Yeah.
it's exactly what I wanted.
Yes.
Site wise, the length is
Yes.
perfect, the location is perfect.
Yeah, there's a beach in the campsite, so we wanted to be close to that beach.
To the beach, yeah.
And the campsite that we got is so
Perfect.
close to the beach, and we got full hookup, water, electricity, sewage, and
Yeah.
everything. So
And
we
we're
have
gonna
the freedom.
we're gonna be there for 4 nights.
Yeah.
So
Starting
just so happy.
Thursday.
Yeah, and yeah, tons of things that's happening. It's my birthday soon.
Yes, 33rd birthday.
Oh my
Wow.
gosh. From 30 and above, it's just a number anymore. I don't even count, right?
Yeah, it's just happy birthday
Sometimes
now.
I still feel like I'm 27
Yes.
or 28.
You look
right?
like you're 27.
Well, thanks for the compliment. And so, it's funny because we're able to celebrate all of our birthday in one weekend or in 1 week.
Yeah.
And the kids agreed that they want to celebrate in a campsite, right? And
Yes.
we invited some friends, especially in our faith group,
Yeah, community.
faith community.
Yeah.
They have a ton of friends there, close
Yes.
friends. So,
Yeah.
hopefully we're gonna have some fun, right?
Yeah.
On the weekend
Yeah.
next week.
And we're gonna have family over on Sundays. So our family is pretty big. So I have 6 siblings.
Yeah.
But only 5 of them are coming. But they have their own families. Like they have their own kids.
Yeah. Families are gonna
Yeah.
come, so we always
Yeah.
have to like divide this
Yeah.
our birthdays, right? So my parents wanted to have a kind of like not solemn but private, right? Usually very private dinner, right?
Yes. Yeah.
And they want to celebrate that way. I guess they're done with celebrating with a lot of parties and stuff, right?
Yeah.
And they get stressed, right?
Yeah.
Not for me though, not for us, because obviously, we love
We
parties, we love
yeah.
serving people.
Yeah, we
So-
love enjoying with people.
Mhm. Anyways, guys, I just really want to talk about what your experience was during our
Yeah, the
panel
webinar
webinar
panel.
panel.
Yeah.
She
I'm still
she
pretty
cried.
shocked.
Yeah, she cried.
Yeah.
It got very
It was
emotional.
so emotional.
Mhm.
As soon as the webinar started, there's so much emotions coming in that I can't help it but just tear up because we were just watching these people being on the
Mhm.
webinar, sharing their testimonials about the business,
Mhm.
and we were just watching it 4 years ago. And now, we were there. We were one of those people,
Right. Pretty much.
right?
And it was funny because the entire time that we were in the webinar, it's about an hour in it, right? Amelia was sleeping the entire time.
Yes.
And then as
Yeah.
soon as it's our time to actually go in the panel and talk,
Yeah.
that's where she
She
slowly
just
crept
woke up.
in.
Opening, we saw the door opening, and we're like, "That's Amelia."
Yeah, it's like perfect timing, right? Um, and so we're very happy because she's still cooperated,
Yes.
right? She was very quiet. She was
Yeah.
very cool about it.
Yes. Yeah.
Um,
It's like she's used to it. It's like it's the webinar that is it's a live webinar, by the way, and there's over 460 people who
almost 500
yeah,
actually.
almost 500 who was watching that
Live.
webinar live, and that's all over the globe. And this webinar is going to be a recorded webinar, which means that it's going to be saved on our website for people to watch whenever they miss the live webinar. So when they don't have time to watch the webinar on time, then they get to watch this specific webinar every single time. So
It's nice because we've heard a whole bunch of different stories there, and I
yeah.
think they're all very um, what you call this, inspiring, right?
Yeah.
And a few actually reached out to us, right?
Yeah.
Some are from Australia, right?
Yeah.
Some are local as well.
Yeah.
And the one from Australia, I said, you know what? There is a system that we follow, and I really wanted him to be, my mentee as well as he wanted us to be their mentor. But there's a process that we need to go through, right, in order
Yeah.
to do this properly. And he's very eager. He's a dad of two, and he's also working, busting his ass. He's
Yeah.
sorry,
Like
he's busting
like,
his body, right? Working hard, couple jobs, right? Really wanting to make it in the world.
yes. Like
And
it's very hard to raise a family, right? Like
Mhm.
especially uh having little kids. Like when your kids are very young, right? You're out there and working so hard while you don't get to spend time with your family, and your little kids are only young ones. Like they're only young on such a short period of time that you just can't help it that to spend as much as time as you can with them because they just grow up so fast.
That's right. And and he really resonated, I guess, with the story, our story, in terms of, really wanting to have more time with our family and things like that.
Yeah.
But guys, that's the cool thing with our community, right? There's so many demographics, people that you can connect to. And if you can't connect with that person, maybe you can connect with somebody else's story. And the mentorship, actually, when you join our business, when you join our community, there's going to be two mentors assigned to you, right? A coach and a mentor. And and that just really solidifies people's, or not even solidifies, but more of increasing the chances of becoming successful in the system,
Yeah.
because there's people teaching you, right?
Yeah.
So
And our team is very intimate in a way that everyone is open to sharing their knowledge and
Mhm.
helping others and supporting the team. They're very intimate that way. Like even though they're not their mentor, most of the time, people would be willing to help out
That's
when
right.
nothing's happening. For
That's right.
example, when the actual mentor is busy, and there's somebody who is available, who knows the answer, right?
Hmm. And you know, there's a ton more that we can explain or we can share, right? But today's episode on our 90-day challenge is what?
Today is day 37. And we're
Oh,
gonna be talking about,
I think
we didn't save it, but it's gonna be navigating challenges. So the other day we talked about overcoming challenges, right? That's when you've actually, um, when you are done with the challenge, you've overcome it, right? And then this time we're actually gonna talk about the process of, of the process of overcoming the challenge. I guess it's the
not
same, but it's
overcoming, right?
just
It's navigating.
navigating.
Yeah. So
Yes.
yeah, navigating challenges. Very simple subject. We encounter a lot of challenges in our career, the course of our careers, in the course of this business, right? And the big one of the biggest challenge really is time, and we only have 24 hours in a day. You don't get more, you don't get less. You have 24 hours, right?
Yeah.
And really, in order for us to
And that was in the beginning, right? Because you have to train, you have to learn the process,
mhm.
you know, watch all the videos, the training videos. Baby, it doesn't work.
And it seems like there's not enough time, but the more you invest on it, the more you
Once you
enhance your
build, yeah.
skills. Once you build your system,
Mm-hmm.
the automation will take over,
Yes.
right? And I think that's one of the best feeling is that when we're doing something else, our business is running in the back, right?
Yes.
When we are serving in our community, our business is running in the back. When we are in between projects, for example, right now I'm in a process of building an entire employment agency, right?
Yeah.
you know our business is also running in the background.
Yes.
And I think one one of the biggest challenges is time. And even when I was talking to traditional business owners, right, like brick and mortar business owners, um, specifically people in the construction industry, I asked them like, what's your goal? What's your goal as a business, right? And there's really right three things that they always tell me. Number one is they want good service. They really want to be the best in their field, right? Number two is that they want to have some sort of legacy passed on to their to their kids, to their families, or people that are working in that company. And lastly, they want some sort of automation so that they can be hands off. They can they can go on vacation if they want to,
Yes.
while the business is still working. That's one of the things is that like serial entrepreneurs, people that are really really successful, they get not addicted, but they get so focused that they forget to take a vacation, take a break. And you'll see people also that are on the startup and they're already taking vacations. And sometimes you wonder why, right? You wonder why. But at the end of the day, it's the ability to manage your time. If you're on vacation, you're on vacation. If you are at work, you are at work. And the good thing about it is that you know time the process of having a challenging time or a problem with the time will slowly go away, right? Because of automation, because of the
Yeah.
system you built,
Yeah.
and everything else that's around it, right? um, Not too long ago, one of the challenge to aside from time is um, learning, right? Everybody has learning curve. And for me, I'm probably one of the most impatient guy when it comes to learning. When I read things, I read them two times. When I listen to things, I listen them to
speed
yeah
is
the
too-
speed, right? I just want the information like download it into my brain, right?
Yeah.
And I think that's one of the challenge that is very difficult to navigate,
Yes.
because patience really is a virtue, they say,
Yeah.
right? And you can't really practice. Well, you can practice it, but it takes time to actually evolve through it. And they say that the older you get, the more patient you are. Um, and therefore, I was just talking to one of my associates the other day, and I said that many successful entrepreneurs in this business are already in their 40s, 50s, and 60s, and sometimes 70s, because these people have patience. They have the ability to really, be patient on the
Yeah.
process.
Yeah, like they keep going even though there is not much result. They still keep going, and when the results come, then there you go. Like they just have that acknowledgement that um someday will come. Like they're patient.
They're patient,
Yeah.
right? And how do you define patience? Really is relative to every single one of us. But I guess the point of this is when they navigate that particular challenge of learning curves and training and development and all these things. They navigate it with grace. They navigate it with thankfulness, right? And they navigate it with a ton of patience, right? And even though it might be very difficult to really, um, get some concepts, right?
Mm-hmm.
But they
Oh,
really take time to learn it. They take time
yes.
to navigate through it, right?
Yeah.
What is
Daddy,
it?
can you grab the
Chips?
chips? Amelia wants some.
Millie wants some chips. So yeah, we cleaned the entire, not the entire trailer. I haven't finished the
Yeah.
washroom yet.
Yes.
But you'd be
So-
surprised how to clean a 400 square feet house, right? um, there's a lot
Yeah.
of things that gets broken because it's a moving house.
Yeah.
So I have to fix them, right?
Yeah.
I had to fix, cabinet doors to,
Yes.
to trims,
Yeah.
to anything that you can think of it that's gonna get broken when it's
Yeah.
moving, right?
Yeah, even the TV broke a little bit, but it's still working. It's just the trim on the side kind of fell off a little bit.
Mm,
Maybe it got hit while the driving. So
yeah. When it's
yeah,
not secure properly, things can move around here,
yeah,
right?
yeah. Because everything is so like it's what do you like? How do you call that? Like it's very when there's an earthquake, like it just it's it's very flexible. I guess I don't know.
I know, right? Yeah, it
Like
flexes.
yeah,
So it goes up and down, side to
yeah.
side, right? And
It's built that way, but then when it gets too much, then things get loosened up, right? And then it just breaks.
yeah, just breaks.
Yeah.
But it's okay. We're able
Yeah.
to
But it's still a really good RV. We've had it for 2 years now, right?
three
3 years, turning 3 years now.
3 years this year,
Yeah.
right?
Was it?
Yeah, 3 years this year. So first year we went to the
First
States,
year,
second year
second
last year, and
Yeah,
then this is the
is
third
our
day,
third year with this RV. Wow. Yeah, time just went by
right?
so
So something's gonna break, right? um, and
Yeah.
but it's okay because
Yeah.
I guess one of the things that the reason why I like having RVs like this is I'm able to express the tinkering side of me.
Yes.
Using tools and fixing stuff.
Yeah.
I like doing that, right?
Yes. It really challenges you.
Challenges you, right? Like
Yeah.
it took me like at least half an hour to figure out how the cabinet mechanism work on
Yes.
our
Yeah.
washer dryer.
Yeah.
So I have to like disassemble everything, take everything out,
Yeah.
and then put everything back again, right? So, there's a ton of work, but there's also a ton of reward, right? People ask
Yeah.
me like, how do you like? It's funny because when they say they go on camping, they feel like they're tired after camping, right? I guess in the beginning when you're camping on a
Yeah. So you
tent
need to get
camping,
ready,
right?
Like
Tent
set
camping
up
for sure, it can get very exhausting. You
Yeah.
have
We camp in our tent before for how many years?
5
5
years.
years. We've been using tent, and we with the little kids, right? So it takes a lot of work.
Takes a lot of work,
Yeah.
and but it's good because it's exercise,
Yeah,
right? You get to be
exercise.
active.
Yeah.
Now you can literally sit on the couch, watch TV.
Yeah, there is still some work to be done, like the way we did it this morning, right? We had to clean it, we had to load all our stuff that we need for the rest of the summer, and then
You have to take out all the antifreeze,
yeah,
right?
yeah, DJ has to,
So you
and
have to
then
de-winterize it.
yeah,
Because what happens with this kind of systems is that there's a lot of plumbing, you know, pipes, right? So these are your, water pipes. So we need to make sure that, during winter you have to pump it with antifreeze so
yeah,
that the pipe won't burst, right? Or the water won't expand and burst.
yeah,
It actually happened to us once last year,
yeah. On our
where
first year, was it the first
second year,
Second year.
when I didn't drain the hot water tank properly,
Completely. Yeah.
completely, and I was procrastinating it, right? So I'm like, okay, I'll do it next time, do it next time. Until
Until
November
already gone
came,
winter.
and there's like, snowstorm and everything.
Yeah.
And so the hot water tank didn't drain properly.
Yeah, the water that stayed in there froze, and then the pipe um,
Expanded.
expand
So it expanded and it burst the
the
hot
pipe.
water tank.
Yeah,
Yeah.
the water.
So I think that's a
But we got it fixed, so we had to pay the dealership for that.
right. So yeah, it's extra money, right? But a lot of these things cost money too, right?
Yeah.
So
Yeah, that's what you get for when there are some things that maintenance, right? When something breaks, yeah, you have to get it fixed. It's like a car, right? When you're using your car, something breaks in the car,
yeah,
you have to
you have to
go and
fix it.
get it fixed and had to pay,
Yeah,
right?
yeah. But anyways, guys, enough of the trailer talk. uh, if you are thinking of joining us, right?
Yes.
And if you are one of those people who recently inquired and are thinking about it,
Yeah.
it's good that there's probably, and I said this in the webinar before, that there's probably a lot of things going on in your mind right now.
Yes.
You're probably thinking of what if, what if, what if.
Yes.
And that is probably one of the deadliest question you would ever think, is the what if part, that can crush your dreams, right? One thing I learned on this business is that I should have started earlier. We should have started earlier. We should have taken this particular um, opportunity a lot
Seriously.
seriously, a lot
Earlier.
earlier. So time is on the thing, on the line here, right? I go back to that time problem of navigating challenges.
Because you've heard about this opportunity 2 years before we actually started, right? So
We heard about the opportunity 2 years before we started, and when we started, we waited 4 more years to really be focused and be in it, right?
well, not 4 years. Like we were.
No, sorry,
we
yeah,
were
not 4
really.
years. 2 more years, right, to
Yeah.
be really focused on it, and to really look at it in a
Like permanent,
serious
serious.
manner, right? And now we're here, right? So the the time that has passed, like, imagine if we have been 100% from the very beginning, it would have been a lot different now, right? We would have had more impact to the community. We would have had more time to our community. We would have given more,
More.
right, to people that needs it. We would have had the opportunity to speak on conventions, to inspire people, to
Yeah.
motivate people.
Yeah.
We would have had reach, hundreds or even thousands of people that can resonate with our story. We could have, right? And and I think that's one of that's the power of time.
Mhm.
Uh, I remember this
The
video.
sooner you act,
The sooner you act, right, the better it
yeah,
is.
the better.
I remember this video where they are showing the effects of the water dripping on a rock.
Mm-hmm.
So there's like, you know, 2 days to like 2 years
Mm-hmm.
to like 3 years, 5 years, 9 years, and 10 years. And the water that's really dripping constantly
Mm-hmm.
completely changes the entire structure of that rock, right?
Mm-hmm.
And that is, it's not showing the power of the water, right? The water
Yeah.
is just the same, it's just
Yeah,
dripping
it was
continuously.
just dripping.
It's showing you the power of
Of
time,
time.
on how
Yes.
it can actually transform you, your life, your entire being, your entire situation, your entire family, right?
Yeah.
With the right amount of time. And
Mm-hmm.
if you are in a position where, you know what, BJ, I really want to really want to try it, right? I really want to inquire about it, but I'm not sure, right? Just reach out to us.
Yeah.
Let's do a video call, right? Before you
Mm-hmm.
even jump in. Some of you said, you know what, Lee J, I've watched the webinars multiple times. I want to get started, right? Good for you, right? Let's get
Mm-hmm.
started. We
Yeah.
I we couldn't be more happier and more excited to work with you.
Mm-hmm.
Um, but at the same time, right? I really want you to be ready, right? So therefore, if you are watching this, you and you're thinking about it, go to the previous webinars, or sorry, live
Video.
sessions that we've done, and maybe find a topic there that you can resonate to and listen to that topic, right?
Mm-hmm.
And maybe that's one thing that can trigger, or that could build you momentum. And we're
Mm-hmm.
doing this challenge, guys, not because we wanted to be better, but we wanted to help you. We wanted to give value, to our audience, to the people that are watching us,
Yeah.
so that they can have a sound decision, an informed decision, if this is something that they really want to do, right?
Mm-hmm.
I think one of the biggest uh, opportunity, right, is to try it, is to just take action,
Yeah.
right? T. Harv Eker always says, action is the bridge, right, from your manifestation to the reality, right? Yes, you can think something in your head, and it's by divine appointment that you that God allowed you to think of those good things.
Mm-hmm.
What if I have a better salary? What if I have a better income instead of the salary?
Mm-hmm.
What if I have a better business, right? What if I have a system, an automation that can
Mm-hmm.
do all these things for me, so that I can follow, so that I can focus on my family?
Yeah.
That's exactly what happened to Mel. We wanted her to be stay home forever, right?
Yeah.
Um, to watch her kids, to be
Mm-hmm.
with them, to raise them,
Mm-hmm.
uh, and that's exactly what happened.
Mm-hmm.
God will present to you solutions, opportunities, and all the systems it requires for you to be very successful. And if you notice that, you will notice that little things, right? Little things that God gives you the hint, right? It could be the message that you're receiving right now.
Yeah.
It could be a friend that recently joined the business, right?
Mm-hmm.
It could be a close relative, a family member, right, that believed in the system.
Mm-hmm.
Those are the little hints that maybe you should take a look at it as well,
Yeah.
right? Because somebody that's sane, somebody that's smart, somebody that's professional, somebody that's really, God fearing, and honest, right, trustworthy person is looking into this business, might as well take a look at it as well, right?
Mm-hmm.
Especially if you trust these people, because at the end of the day, it is you who will decide, um, where you want to take, your boat, right? You're the captain of your boat, captain of your
Mm-hmm.
ship, right? And the sooner you realize that we co-create with God, God is the
Mm-hmm.
creator, the source of everything, and He is source of all the blessings, of all the money, of all everything that in the world. Um, Once you realize that you can also co-create with Him, right?
Yeah.
By manifesting, by believing, by prayers, right?
Mm-hmm.
You can co-create with Him.
Yeah.
The sooner life is going to be magical, right?
Yeah.
And I mentioned that, when I took action, things really were magical in a way that my wife is sitting here with me, a super skeptical wife, right?
Yeah,
And now
for 1 year.
for 1 year, right? And now running the entire business, uh, while taking care of Amelia, while taking care of our kids,
Yeah.
and while doing other things, right? Other things that we love.
Mhm.
So I think we're gonna leave it at that, guys. That's our time. It's
Yeah.
half an hour. Thanks a lot for watching. If you are watching this until the end, um, feel free to register on our site as well, lijaandmelissa.com,
Yeah.
and reach out to us if you have any questions. When you register on that website, it will ask you to attend two of the live webinars. So one is on Tuesday and one is on Thursday.
Yes.
And they are at what time?
6 p.m. MST and 5 p.m. PST and 8 p.m. EST. And it will be on Tuesdays and Thursdays. And if for whatever reason you're not available, you can watch the replay as well, and you're gonna see us in the replay.
That's right. So you can watch the replay as well. You can watch it over and over if you want to, right? And then when you are ready, right, before you join, you put your initial investment, right? Maybe talk to us first,
Yeah.
right?
Reach out to us.
Reach out to us first,
Yeah.
because at the end of the day, it's the information you want, and we are more than willing to give it. But we want you to find it for yourself. It's better to actually find it for yourself, right?
Yeah.
And during this session, as soon as you register, there will be an email system that's gonna kick in, automated, and it's gonna come from our website, and it will email you motivation, things like that, right?
Yeah.
To actually get started, right?
Yeah.
And that's fine. It's part of the system. Actually, when you get trained, right, you would know more about that automated system and things like that. Okay. So thanks a lot, guys. Happy Saturday. We hope to see you again tomorrow.
Yeah.
God bless you.
Yeah. Take care,
And
everyone.
take care. We'll see
Yeah,
you